Hey everyone, so here we are again in kind of part 2 of this video where we'll look at converting this radio tower JavaScript that we've fixed by adding the current scripting API methods up here, and we'll convert this to C#. The reason I want to show you on this one again, not only is it a simple script, but to show you that there's not a massive difference between C# and JavaScript, and that if you are, if you prefer one but you'd like to work with the other, or you get scripts in the other, don't panic, we can always do that. So, if you go into Create down here under the Project tab and hit C#, what we'll call it is Radio Tower. Radio Tower 1. That's fine. Okay. There we go. And we get the outline of a C# script here. Now, you'll know, I'm sure from C#, it says what we have to do is call in, everything that we've got under the Unity engine, and under Unity engine pull in system collections, and then we have these two methods here which are void start and void update. And as it says in the helper here, what we do first of all, when we start the script, we need to say, hey, start in this start condition, but then every frame in the game tick over looking at these conditions, these alternate conditions. So as we know from JavaScript, we can almost guess straight away that something like, is it going to be this line or is it going to be these variables, will be in the start, and then check every condition, it will be this section here, it will be this if statement. Now let's double click our C# script and open that in MonoDevelop, and this is what we've got, pretty just exactly as we saw in Unity there. So under public class radio 1, what we need to do is put the variables here so that they're freely accessible. And I'm just going to copy these, and they're not correct. We need to change them, but I want a reference to them. So, what's the easiest way to do this? You know what I'll do? I'll do them above, just so that we can then delete the line below. So, we declare a float. We'll call it blink speed. And it's a float, so it's 1, but we'll need 1, and we need to put F on the bottom because it's going to be float. Okay, and we end with a semicolon. That's fine. So that's how. So this is the C# version of the JavaScript here. So we get rid of that, and what we need to do then is go. Well, guess what? Float. Float. Light on intensity equals, so light on intensity was a 1 again, wasn't it? We'll get the F, that's it, okay. And we need to change the next two here, but what we don't need is this private var, so I'll just go ahead and change these and then come back in a second. Okay, so there we go, we've changed our variables. Oh, I just noticed a little error there, I'll just put that in there. So we changed our variables to be declared in the way that they should be in C#, and that makes them accessible to both of these methods down here. Alrighty. So void start. What do we want in the start then? What was the start condition? It was to in the start was to get component light intensity here. Right. So we just copy this script in between the curly braces, and we throw it in here. So, again, exactly as it was on the JavaScript. Now, as we saw in the first part, okay, I think we can get rid of that in C#. There we go. So the warning error seems to have gone there, so that's good. So that gives us our start. What we'll do is I'm going to grab all of this because the syntax looks pretty close. I think we'll change some small components here. Let's throw that in there, and we'll get rid of the dots in between here. Else if light, okay. Okay, so let's have a quick look. So the only change we've made is to enclose the scripts in this public class. Redeclare our variables, declare and assign them values in the manner that C# needs. Get the component, get the initial state of the component, and then depending on where it is, whether it's light off or light on, do these things. And what it's going to do, it's going to do that per frame and just tick over, flashing the light hopefully. Okay, so Radio Tower 1 CS. So let's save that down, go back to Unity and click on, let's click on Spotlight 1. So let's actually, I thought I could edit that, let's just remove that component and we'll add a component, add a script, Radio Tower 1. Radio Tower 1 is the C#. Let's just hit play. Okay, let me look at my script. 22, line 22. Let's go back to one I develop. Okay. Here we go. So it needs to be add a suffix to make this a float. Let's hit save on that. Bingo. So we've got a JavaScript, we've got a C# script doing essentially the same things. So that is how we convert from JavaScript to C#. Essentially the same scripts, just formatted in the style that the language needs. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that and that was useful. And go grab that Unity asset.